Alright, welcome into the patch 1.2 Avenger Warder update. So this is obviously one of the unkillable builds in this game, more or less. I mean, one of the tankiest and most OP builds in the game overall right now. And you look at the stats and you might think, well, this OA is kind of low, right? I mean, just use savagery, right? And then you have actual OA. And also keep in mind you get more defensive ability shred from Blitz, so this is actually like around like 3.3 KOA almost, and you can like proc another skill on top and you have like around 3.5 KOA, and then it's gonna like be like totally fine. Anyway, this build features like 3.7k armor, which procs up to like 4 point something k, and also 45% Physrus, which, well, it's also like 18% more because of the Avenger set. Like you have more physical resistance here when hit, and also this buff lasts like 15 seconds, so it's basically like up all the time, right? So you have really like over 60% Physrus, over 4k armor, you have 8,000 base health regen, and whenever I'm getting hit it is even more, right? It is like up to 20,000 health regen per second. I have 26,000 HP, so I'm like, I don't know, like regenerating basically 4/5 of my HP every second when all the procs proc. And on top of that I have leech of 21%. On top of that I'm dealing up to like 900k damage basically. So yeah, this is a very good build overall. You can expect this more for defense and for offense, let's say it like that. This one is, I would say, rather defensive. This devotion page, for example, shows that it's a rather defensive build, with Tree of Life, Obelisk being very defensive, and then of course you want Behemoth and Scythe for the regen. We have Ulzad and Assassin's Blade, which are kind of like a must-have for like physical builds, and of course Kraken, a must-have for like proper two-handed builds. No turtle here, but we have actually Watcher, and in this case, because we are physical and we want some reflect damage reduction and also some armor, I think actually Watcher is better on this build than turtle, because honestly you don't need a turtle, like you're regenerating so much anyway, right? You don't need turtle anyway. And then Sailor's Guide and like Stag for some physical resistance, like here and here, and then Panther for offensive ability. And also 1 point in Throne for slow resistance. Now, if you were to go like more offensive on this devotion page, you would pick Bear, where is it? Bear. And you could also like go with Vire and Azra Ka instead of like Tree of Life, Obelisk, and even instead of like Behemoth and Harvestman Scythe. But then you would like be way more on the like lifesteal side of things, and you wouldn't be able to like basically AFK as much as you can right now. And I mean, you could like expect us even more defensive with like points in Light of Empyrean or like points in Ishtar, but I think that's like a bit too much, and then you would like lose way too much damage. Let's check out the skills. So we are actually primarily a Shaman, because Savagery is technically our main ability here. Since we can't get to 24 points anyway, because we don't have the affixes or the items for that exactly, we could also only get to like 22 points. So because of that, we actually only get to 16 points. Or like rather, I put enough points so that I have 16 points here. You can put more if you want more damage, of course, but like the real damage boost would be at 24 of 16 points when you get another charge level, like a 9th charge level. I can't quite get there with my gear that I have here in the setup, and also I don't think it's like that worth like going for that gear. So 16 out of 16 points is good enough here. We have of course 20 points in Tenacity of the Boar though for regeneration, slow rest and OA, and then only, well, basically 1 point or like 2 points in Storm Touch for attack speed. 3 points in Might of the Bear for like more damage and physical resistance, and then a max of Brute Force for lightning damage, which you convert to flat physical actually via the weapon, and % physical damage and HP. Basically 1 point in Fair Hunger and 1 point in Upheaval only, because we don't really like have too many bonuses for these skills. There are some for Upheaval on the set, but it's not like the main focus on the set, or like on the build rather, I would say. So this is like good enough for now. Then a maxed out Mogdogan's Pact here for regen and flat physical damage, 10 points out of the wild for like HP and regen, and Oak Skin for armor and resistances and defensive ability. On the Soldier Tree we have only 1 point, or rather 2 points in Zolan's Technique for 27% chance to proc this skill. Then we have a soft capped Fighting Spirit, 12 points here, which gives us more damage and offensive ability whenever this procs. and then 1 point in Blitz, 1 point in, or rather actually 2 points in Blindside here, because we do want some more like the A shred, right? And then 1 point Mini as well. We don't really like need even more regen, so like only 1 point here is more than enough. And then actually 8 points military conditioning, like up to 9 or 10 points is usually like what you want. But in this case, it's a bit point starved, and 8 points is like we're settled here, because I had to like pull some points somewhere. And then 6 points veterancy, you want 6 points because of the physique requirement reduction. And while this does give you regen, yes, it does not give you like damage, just like Mokjogen's pack does at the same time. And also you have more than enough regen also from like Minir's Bulwark, and also this one gives you more physical damage. So again, here you have to pull some points somewhere, and the value point for veterancy is kind of like at 6 out of 10 points, because after that you only get like 1% less physique requirement for your armor, and you want to be kind of like efficient here with your points. So yeah, 6 out of 10 points is where it's at. 8 points for Decorated Soldier, for Elemental Res, Slow Resistance and Physical Damage, very good here. And then 7 points Cause of Battle to get to exactly like 100% armor absorption, and also for like Stun, Freeze and Bleed Resistance. 14 points Field Command, you want to have this at 12 or 14 or 16, at least 12, but never like at a uneven point like 13 or 15 are like bad like values to have here, because every even point you will get another like % armor here, and of course you get OA and DA also with every single point. And then 12 points in Squad Tactics for % damage, including physical, and attack speed and casting speed, which honestly is not too bad, because you will have to cast Warcry constantly. Now we do have the Warborn helmet, this one right here, which has reduction like skill recharge reduction to Warcry, so this has a full uptime now, right? The debuffs, they last for 5 seconds, the physical resistance reduction, which is insane, 39% here basically, as well as a 27% damage reduction, they both last for 5 seconds, and now we have a 4.5 second recharge on this, so as long as we spam this skill, we will have full uptime on this debuff, which is great for defense and offense alike. 22 points Minir's Bulwark. This is pretty insane to get to 22 points now, because you can play with Goddess Rings, and this gives you 20% additional absorption, tons of physical damage, and insane amounts of regen as well on top. And this is also part of why this build is so like incredibly tanky. Let's check out the gear. Obviously you're playing the 4-piece Avenger build, right, like the Avenger set. So chest, weapon, where you want to make sure that you have 100% light into physical conversion, and ideally like high attack speed rolls, high % physical rolls. Then we got the belt and the shoulders, right. Here you want to get like high physical resistance rolls, of course, and ideally like some good regen rolls too. Now for the rings, you have Goddess Rings. I actually have a Harmonious of Mending and a Harmonious of Attack. Which one do you use here exactly, like which one you find and get, is honestly very flexible. You can play like Imposing, you can play Harmonious. There are many like prefixes that like work for you, as long as you get some resistances from these, and also as long as you get at least some offensive ability, like from attack, for example, you get OA. For mending you get regen, but honestly you have so much regen already, like the off mending suffix is in my opinion worse than say OA of readiness suffix, or A of attack suffix, or A of the Drangul suffix. Like of the Drangul would be absolutely insane, because you get OA, DA, regen and armor in one affix, so this is not even like close to best in slot right now, and it's still already like very good. For the gloves, the Crimson Claws are what you want, because you just have like more like leech, especially, right, 8% leech here, attack speed, and then even more leech on Feral Hunger, and also like points of savagery, which is nice, and points of fighting form, which you don't need actually, but you need the points to Feral Hunger. So Crimson Claws, basically what you want as well. For boots, you can do different boots. You can do like the Wind Shear Greaves for like dodge, or you can do the Goldenborn Greaves for basically like the Goldenborn proc, which gives you even more insane armor. And also actually very nice here is 2 points to Berg Morale, which is more RR, and 2 points to Minir's Bulwark, which is absorption and flat damage and regen. And also they have increased armor and physical resistance on top. Make sure to ideally get up to 5% Physarus here and up to 12% increased armor. These are pretty insane high rolls honestly here that I have. But I mean, these boots are very common, so getting these shouldn't be that hard, and getting some good rolls might be, well, the nice icing on the cake on top, right? Rhino Crest is what you want for your metal. I have a Opto Jungle, which gives me OA, DA, armor and regen, as I mentioned earlier. And also the warding prefix is very nice because it does give me like Aether resistance, and Aether resistance is something that I actually do want as well in this case, at least on my specific setup here. But like depending on your setup and like depending on your augments or like components or your affixes, you might be fine with a different prefix too. Anyway, in this case, this is like kind of like a perfect fit for me. I have 3 points to tenacity of the boar here as well, and then crit damage and total speed from fighting spirit, which is this thing over here, right? And also we have weapon damage to savagery, which is also very nice to have. I mean, that's main skill, and like 10% more damage, like weapon damage is very good, which again will be also like amplified by the charges, right, that you're getting here. For the relic, I'm using the Deathstalker relic because I am playing a water, right, and water has no % physical resistance reduction whatsoever. So you need to get as much % physical resistance reduction from other sources as possible. Now the problem is though that in this patch, Goddess Ring is so good that you kind of want to use Goddess Rings. And rings would be like the slot where you usually get your resistance reduction from. So the only like slot that's left for resistance reduction is like the relic slot, right? So you kind of like want to play Deathstalker, and this one kind of like fixes your petrify and stun res as well as giving you total speed, which is, well, again, like casting speed, attack speed and movement speed. And most importantly, this kitty has a aura of darkness, which gives you 8% physical resistance reduction. If you're lucky like me, I guess you get a completion bonus on top that gives you like % physique, cunning and spirit. There are different ones that are also like very nice, but this is for sure one of the better ones that I have here. Chupacabra's choices is what I'm using here. There are different like boots you can do. You can do Solal pants for more leech, you can do Chupacabra choices for +3 points to tenacity of the boar, and you can do also the Dreek sect pants for like more regeneration and more offensive ability. I got a Formidable of the boar right here, which is honestly almost like the best you can get, kind of in a way, because Formidable gives you physical resistance, which is insane, and of the boar gives you raw stats like physique and spirit. The only thing that would be better than this would be a Formidable of the eagle, or like a Formidable of a rare suffix that's also like fitting, that can be potentially even crazier, but I mean those are super insanely rare, so this is very good already, and I'm like totally fine with this. Also, as you can see, like I have some more freedom here with my augments. I'm, for example, using a Bismiel's Silver Sound here because I don't need to like use resistances on every single slot right now, because I have already like my resistances basically fixed, like 43, 43, 43, 29, more than enough, 33, 36, 49, 35 overcap. So I'm fine going with a Bismiel Silver Sound here, which gives me more DA, which honestly is a tiny bit low on this build, and some more like flat regeneration, which obviously makes me like helps me get this number up to like crazy values, which I could like probably show you here as well, how crazy they can get when I get hit here by these guys, right? I mean, that attack as well, like there we go, like over 20,000 regeneration. Yeah. I mean, enough said, right? It's just kind of sick. Anyway, this build is that is one of the builds of all time for sure, and it is still honestly not good enough for all content technically, because Creative Entertainment, the one secret boss, would probably still make this build fall over, because Creative Entertainment is just like very anti-melee, but it is absolutely lazy and super insane and super comfortable to play against like anything else. Like you can farm Shadow Ram 80 to 81, you can like basically face tank Ravager and Callagadra all the way, you can do Mokjogan and like everything, right? Like it's pretty insane. So yeah, hope you enjoy this lazy build, this lazy and very strong, but unfortunately also very boring build. In a way, honestly, it's kind of boring. But yeah, it's a very good build. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying this. Also, one thing that I actually forgot about is the amulet, right? I'm using the mythical Thread of Mortality for the amulet. and this one gives me +1 to Shaman and has more leech, physical resistance and regeneration. And honestly, this is a rather defensive choice. You can play something either with +1 to Soldier, like Avenger of Cairn, or even like something more offensive, like maybe like a Kai'San Amulet and so on. This is a rather defensive choice here, and I'm not 100% sure about this choice. There's definitely like different choices for Amulet, like Eye of Baranath, Kai'San's Eyes, Avenger of Cairn, or like this one, right? It is overall a very good amulet, just maybe not perfect for this build, but it's doing fine so far. Alright, let's also check out the dummy kill time real quick, right? Like even with this like very tanky setup that I have here, still get like a decent dummy kill time, I would say. I mean, as I said like earlier, you can make this heal even faster, you can spec it more offensively. But even like this is like what, 24 seconds, which is acceptable. It's like so sub 30. It's nowhere near like close to record speed, but I mean, considering how tanky this is, I think it's very, very fair. Go for shard 80, right? That's good.
How far shall we go?
Okay. Yo, Illureal, welcome. Do you only do back doctors for 100s or also for lower levels? Yeah, I mean I can do for whatever level, to be honest. Shard 80, how brave. Wow. Wow, oh my god, arcanes. Avenger builds love arcanes. That would have been the most hilarious death ever. Yeah. Dude, you can't die on this. Like, you even get arcade, you still don't die. No longer. No longer do we die to arcanes here. Who's fumbling? Like, something is fumbling, right? Who the fuck is fumbling, man? Hello? It's my 3100 OA. Low A doesn't make you fumble, dude. Go on. That's not how it works. Oh, look at this. The Iron Maiden. You guys say she deals damage, right? Does she though? Does she actually deal damage? I don't know about that. Iron Maiden broken, confirmed. Dude, I think Reflect is more broken than Iron Maiden for that split right now. Oh my god, dude, fucking skill disruption is also broken actually. Please remove. Dude, what is this? Fucking Vileclaw. This guy right here, right? Vileclaw? This guy here? The most cancerous, like, elite in the entire game. Vile enemy, so to say. What's no reflect resist? 45. But I mean, if you have like low OA, right? You don't need enough damage to one-shot yourself anyway. I dropped to 8000 HP. That's like the max HP of like a dying hermit build, right? How many builds was I planning to do today? I mean, ideally more than one, but I mean, I guess it's only one. Wait, what's in Sunders here? The fucking pool, right? Father Pepega. Imagine betraying men here. When you can be blessed by his bulwark. You're doing SR80 faster on bleed apostate for your information? Ah, you know. Wait, these guys? Am I losing to the council? What is happening here? Immortal build, by the way, losing to council. Yeah, I can't buff everything else. Also true. Queen 69 approved build. Let's go. Dude, what is their like DR here? What the fuck is this? 44% DR? Hello? What? Okay, how much percent like damage do I have? Wait, only 2k% damage? That's like maybe a problem, right? I mean, okay, my pants don't have damage. The rings don't have damage. The boots don't have damage. Amulet doesn't have damage. It's like 5 slots without damage, right? And there's damage in cunning, of course, but like, Maybe we should play Byron instead. Don't forget to GG stash scavenge plating for next season. Before next session. And now you can craft scavenge plating, no worries. 3 needs damage anyway, right? True. Has 3 of cringe, why do I have only 2k damage? I mean, but the regen? To be honest, bro, the same build, like without 3 of life. Like just remove 3 of life and like fit Vire instead, and you have like almost the same regen still.
Good, you're back.
Yeah. Yo, Bodo. Welcome on. Thank you so much for the resub. Much appreciated. Yeah, that's also like why I think Behemoth like maybe needs a nerf, because like fucking 3 of life is like literally worse regen than Behemoth. Like, hello? How? And like Behemoth has like armor on top, right? Like Behemoth has armor and like stuff on top, whereas like Flippin' what's it called? Like 3 of life is literally only regen and that's it. And I guess it's like pet only after all, like pet only devotion. What would be the lowest max HP you would be comfortable with on hardcore in a character? Nowadays, maybe like 14, 15k. I would say like minimum like 150 HP per level is like what you wanna aim for nowadays. Behemoth has like 8%, 3 of life has like 20%. Oh, 80 armor. I mean, yeah, 80 armor if you're like properly stacking it can be like quite a bit actually. I mean, this build has like 5k armor. It's like the one good thing about it. If you like go this route, you go like... I mean, that's like most of the Obelisk nodes though, actually. Like, even, like the 3 Obelisk nodes are better than Tree of Life, right? It's kinda funny. It's like DA and armor. Yeah, the 80 armor is like pretty much better than 20% HP, like in pretty much every universe, yeah. 46% freeze rust, let's try this guy. Hello. Not even Salvation Relic. Yeah, maybe it's like better to even like change Relic for like more regen and then like play Fire instead of Tree of Cringe, right? Tree of Cringe truly is kinda questionable. Not gonna lie. Yo, Husitos, welcome, welcome. Snake Bliskin, hello, hello. Amulet might be kind of low value here. Yeah, I was also like thinking about Amulet maybe being like... I mean, the Amulet is overall like busted, to be honest. It is a crazy Amulet. However, you need like good percent damage to like make it fine. Good. But like Physrus, Regen and Leech. It's pretty insane. However, this is only like +1 Shaman, not +1 Soldier, so... Compared to like a Kaisen or like Purest Eye, it's a little bit weaker. And even something like Avenger, right? Avenger of Cairn has like the max Russ. He missed the Sunder. How? Too many mobs? Dude, what is this? What is this density, dude? Did I like walk around the entire map? I'm sure that's what happened, right? What a shard, dude. I am sounded to run away from that stuff, it's dangerous. I mean, that's actually what I did though. Also, like against AoE, like if like AoE is hitting you all the time, right? Like Fire can help you out a bit with the AoE. Or if you play like all-around version as well. I don't know, have you guys tried like all-around on water? Because I think like, I mean, you don't need Fire, right? I mean, Fire is insane for Archon, of course, right? Because of the DR that Archon doesn't have. But like, water already has like perma Warcry. What was the initial route? Hey, why did you go to Fire then? Fire's better stance, yeah. I don't know. The new Fire buff is a bit like too much, maybe. I don't know. It went boom boom and I lived. I mean, yeah. What's the Physrus now? 63%? It's like 63 Physrus, 5k armor, and flipping like 14-15k regen. And the thing is, like, also Leech is not that bad, right? Like, Leech is like, what, 21% as well? Like, without even trying. Like, the set is just so overstated, it's insane. Get everything for free. I mean, can't you put it on, like, the Kitty, though? Like, I mean, Guardians is always, like, better for all around, but, like, can't you put it on Kitty? Oh wait, this build has no Bear, right? Yeah. You want like Bear and Kitty probably. Oh wait, no, you can put all around on Kitty and then like do some Blitz or something? Yeah. Or like Upheaval, or like Zolan's Technique rather. Hmm.
Well done.
Well done. color here. Let's try on this updated Avenger Warrior, which still uses Tree of Life, so it's still gonna take a while. But I mean, it's fine. Do I have to dodge that? Maybe I should dodge that, right? Let's dodge it. Honestly, like, Kara Thunder is so easy to dodge anyway, so... Hop, hop. Hello, what are you doing? Are you okay? Hop. Hop. Wait, she aborted that, did you see that? I was like, nope, he's gonna wait anyway. Hop. 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 How much physical mitigation? I mean, it's like 3.7k base armor, which with procs it goes up to like up to 5k I think, or like 4.2 at least, 4.5, something like that. And then like 60%, 63% physical resistance I think. She just what's she doing? Is it like the pet like making her brain go boom, or what is she doing? Did she abort it again? Yo, Giron, welcome, welcome. I'll answer your question in a second here. What has more build variety and is better viable for endgame, Templar or Shieldbreaker? Love the videos, by the way, really excited to get back into Grim Dawn, waiting for the new class. Nice, nice. Templar or Shieldbreaker? So Shieldbreaker has more builds, that's for sure. Templar has great builds too though, but I mean, just less builds I would say. Like both classes are viable for own content, but like Shieldbreaker has more builds. She dead. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to check out and expand the description below for Grimthro's links and related playlists. Shout out to all of my supporters on Patreon, YouTube and Twitch. Without you guys, this channel wouldn't even exist. If you are new to this channel and you like my content, feel free to like, subscribe and head over to my Patreon to support me. All of your support will be used to create more Grim Dawn guides on YouTube like this, as well as additional Grim Dawn content for the upcoming community seasons. If you haven't heard of or played a community season yet, you can do so at any point, even when it's offline, via the website grimdawnleague.com. I hope you enjoy the content, and I'll see you around on the next one.